Hey all, just voiceover me here today, but today I want to start a new series of videos in which we revisit old reality TV from the early 2000s and discuss it. I've briefly covered similar topics like this in the past, but it's something I want to explore further, and today we're going to be starting with the absolute classic How Clean Is Your House, the UK version of course, which was always a favourite of mine growing up.
Oh my God, Kim.
Yes.
Been alive.
Look, flies, hundreds of the little beggars.
I have mentioned in videos before, but I used to be obsessed with this kind of like reality show disguised as educational content, you know, How Clean Is Your House, Wife Swap, Super Nanny, Secret Eaters, Super Size versus Super Skinny, Honey, We're Killing the Kids, probably a million more I can't think of now, but they're just off the top of my head. And as I've got older, I kind of want to examine why. Why did this TV appeal to me and so many other people so much? But also, what about the ethical implications of TV like this? Was it ever actually helping anyone, be that the participants or the viewers? Or was it just taking advantage of people in unfortunate situations? Were these TV shows exploitative? As a kid, I often liked seeing people on TV who came from the same sort of background as me, and this is something that, at least I don't think you really see nowadays. You know, these families with like absolutely no money, squashed into tiny, ill-repaired houses, eating crap food while the kids play with broken toys. Like, that was my childhood, and it was nice to see people like me on TV. However, plenty of people actually refer to this stuff in hindsight as poverty porn. And I kind of wonder if there was a significant difference in how poor families like mine viewed TV like that and how middle-class families viewed it, you know? So How Clean Is Your House was a classic bit of British TV. It was camp and snarky, but underneath it genuinely seemed to be coming from a good place and making people's lives better. It ran in the UK for 6 seasons between 2003 and 2009. Kim Woodburn and Aggie MacKenzie were these two posh-speaking women with their perfectly applied makeup and high heels and feathered washing-up gloves who would visit the filthiest homes in the UK and help them clean up. The format was so simple. It started with dramatic music playing over this footage of a dirty house. The narrator would offer some snarky commentary. Kim and Aggie would stumble around the house, assessing the damage and being melodramatic and a little bit gross as they peeled back, like, you know, dirt and grime and uncovered, you know, years worth of filth.
Here's your keys. Thanks. See you later.
This is not something I'm looking forward to, you lazy beggar.
Thank you very much.
Give me a break. Come on, let's go.
Oh my God.
Oh, not a chance.
No way. God, what's with the pearls on the boots?
Don't
for God's
start,
sake?
Aggie. It's called glamour, dear. Not you know anything about that.
I
Come
hope
on.
the inside isn't as bad as the
By
outside.
God, you hope it isn't.
Oh, Lord. What a tip. Oh my God, watch this.
Aggie, she's never still using
That's
this.
in
You
the microwave.
cannot be serious.
This is an artistic statement, then. If Jacqueline lives for her art, her house suffers for it.
Oh my God, we've got big bugs down here. Kim.
No,
We have.
go on. I'll pull. What are you screaming? Oh my
There's a
God.
load of them there.
There's a load. Look at them all.
Whoa.
It's murder under here, murder.
This is a mouse dropping. You know me and that is.
Aggie, I adore the clean mum.
Hey, you know, Kim, dead ringer.
Can you see it?
Yeah, dead ringer.
This is mud. Because look, underneath. And, hang on, I've got to have a sniff. This looks
I mean, you know, this is going to be dung on this floor, isn't it?
Now you tell me.
It is. Yes.
Yes. I'm not a doctor, but I don't have to be a doctor. These people are crackers. Watch what you're doing because mice do gather in bread bins.
Oh, there's little black bits. There's even one in this.
Holy God.
Goodness me.
I can't get through the door.
All right.
Bone china.
Bone idol, I'd say.
Then they'd meet with the house owner and give them a stern but loving talking to before bringing in a cleaning crew to help clean up the house. Aggie would usually stick to the sort of sciencey stuff where she'd take swabs from around the house and use like air filters and stuff and show the owners what kind of bacteria were found there, or in some cases like fungi and stuff, and help them understand the health problems that these could cause. So they were kind of educating them about the importance of hygiene and cleanliness as part of the cleaning process, while Kim would come in and show them cleaning hacks and like how to take care of their home and how to clean certain bits of furniture that they were maybe struggling with. And what I loved about it was that she always made these cleaning hacks really, really accessible and explained why and how they worked. There was never any need for really expensive cleaning products. She'd use things like white vinegar and baking soda and salt and stuff like that. So it felt very inclusive because there was never like I guess like a paywall there, if that makes sense. It was never, ooh, buy these expensive products if you want a nice house. It was anyone can have a clean and sanitary home if you just do a little work and know how to do it.
I've got this UV lamp here. This is a type of light that's used in hospitals to show up bodily secretions as bacteria, proteins, essentially dirt. We've got all these food drips.
Good grief.
You have got listeria all over your kitchen. Okay, now listeria is food poisoning bacteria. If you get infected, you can get listeriosis. 25% of people who get invasive listeriosis will die from it.
I can't imagine sitting at this desk and trying to do some work. The average keyboard has more bacteria per square inch than a toilet seat. I can't imagine what the reading on this one's going to be. Your house is dominated by an organism called bacillus. In fact, it's killing off everything else. It's so powerful. And it's quite likely that you'll get symptoms like food poisoning from that. Now, I also found dermatophytes on your mattress and your dish towel. Okay, this is a fungus that can cause ringworm. Ugh. On a child's face. That could be your nephew.
Easy. I've got hot water and I put washing up liquids. Very, very good. And then I'm going to squeeze some lemon. In I go with the cloth, you see. I just watch. Lemons will cut through all the grease and muck and the liquid will help to clean. See, I can't go wrong, you see. Good God, look at this. I also believe, my love, if I work on your sink, I think the lemon will cut through this too.
Upstairs, Kim's got a tip that'll put a twinkle in Dad's eye.
It's crystal. Beautiful, isn't it? Filthy. Watch. Bowl of warm water.
Yes.
Good lad. And I'm going to use shampoo. I don't want to use harsh washing products on it. In we go in the shampoo. Look. Swilling. Oh, gentle Bentley. Plain water to rinse any shampoo that may be left on, my love.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
The first mission is the mildew, a fungus that thrives in damp environments.
Right, come on, young man. Let's be having you. To live in a room full of this mould, truly, is terribly dangerous, you know. There are spores in here can do you untold damage, and you are an asthmatic. Yep. Now, I've got my proprietary cleaner here. Everything's built into it, the bacteria killer, the cleaner of the spores. An awful lot of bleach in this, I can smell it.
I can smell the bleach,
But you see, bleach kills bacteria. You can put it on these plastic windows, melamines and things like that, but you can't put it on wood, anything. This is your non-chemical. I have two paper cups full of water, and I'm simply going to take tea tree oil. It kills bacteria. I mean, they say put 5 or 10, or to hell with that, we're in a bad way. I've just thrown and thrown. I've had about 20 drops in there. I mean, it's called desperation, dear. And this is so harmless for you to stand beside.
Look at that.
Yeah. My proprietary, my non-chemical. They do the same job.
I personally just loved seeing the house transformations, you know, seeing things getting cleaned. There's just something so satisfying about that to me. And it's stuff that I still watch today. Like, I watch cleaning videos and, you know, like carpet cleaning, pressure washing, car cleaning, all that stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. What is it about watching a rug get scrubbed clean that's satisfying? It shouldn't be, but it is. And then at the end of the program, they'd reveal the clean house and kind of like, you know, you'd get the owner's emotional reaction, and then they'd revisit a few weeks later to see if they'd kept up with their cleaning routine. What was quite nice, I always thought, was that while it was kind of snarky in places and very melodramatic, when it actually came down to it, there'd always be a focus on trying to understand the people who lived in these homes and in truly humanizing them, and in showing that, you know, maybe they got their homes into this state because they went through some kind of trauma or mental health condition, or they were just genuine people whose life got on top of them. And, you know, it wasn't making excuses, it was just understanding and kind of, you know, showing the human side of it. And Kim and Aggie would offer like a sympathetic ear and a hug, and they'd encourage them to get help and stuff, and or encourage them, you know, to, you know, just take a little more personal responsibility and stuff like that. And it was nice to see. There were some genuinely sweet moments. The moments where you could tell they really liked the people they were helping. It was kind of nice. It was lovely.
Why would you want to live in a state like this?
It is. It's terrible, and that's one of the reasons why I called you, really, because I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't enjoy living like this.
It's a big thing for you, isn't it? What is it?
Listen, my love, we'll get... Oh, you silly thing.
About
We'll get the house
that
lovely.
you want, or are you embarrassed, or what is it? Is it just very emotional
Well,
for
you're
you?
type to have a tidy house, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bit of both.
But if we get you on the road, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a start for you.
Aggie and I'll teach you the basics. And more. And once this house is spot on, you'll know how to do it, and it'll never be as hard again. And, my dear, we'll turn you into a cleaning goddess.
It's all right, love, isn't it?
Do you know? Now you can enjoy this rather than just survive in it.
Yeah, we can make cakes together now.
Yeah!
Just see it opens so many doors, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
And we can make gingerbread ladies.
Oh, look at
Gingerbread people.
It's lovely. Oh, look. It's lovely, darling. It's nice. What would you like us to do for your uncle, then?
Like, let's be tidied up, because it is quite messy. Well, it was last time I saw it.
Would you be very kind enough to help me clean a couple of things in that house?
I would be kind enough to do that.
And thank you very much indeed. You're a fine young man, aren't you? I like your uncle, you're lovely.
That said, some might say it was exploiting these people for TV entertainment, and I can absolutely understand that point of view. Or at least I would if the focus had been purely on showcasing the messy homes, but that was only a tiny part of the programme itself. While that footage might have been used to shock and bring in the viewers, I don't feel it was ever the main focus of the show itself. It was only ever like 5 minutes at the beginning of a 20-30 minute episode, you know? Ultimately, Kim and Aggie did spend time educating the participants, and ultimately they did seem to care for them, and ultimately the team did help a lot of people to clean up their homes and take control of their lives back, and I don't think we can just ignore that or pretend it didn't happen. That said, the criticism that this is just pure poverty porn is still pretty valid. Poverty porn, by definition, is media which objectifies people in poverty for the sake of entertaining a privileged audience, which is what I think a lot of early 2000s reality TV was absolutely guilty of. But I'm not sure how far we can say this is really true of How Clean Is Your House. Not all of these people were poor. Plenty of them were living in houses far bigger than the ones I grew up in. Plenty of them clearly had money and nice possessions and all that rubbish. Plenty of them had like antiques, or like they bought a lot of stuff. And I think that's important to mention because it showed that absolutely anyone can have problems with taking care of themselves in their homes. It absolutely humanized the problem and never intentionally demonized lower or working class people for having less. If anything, I felt like the message was, no matter where you live or what your lifestyle, you deserve to have a clean, safe space to call your own. And I feel like it was one of the more inclusive programs in that respect. However, I do have to remember the things that my parents said to me when those programs were on about how, like, oh, at least our house doesn't look like that. Like, a lot of people who watch my videos make a lot of assumptions about me based on my appearance now and my accent and stuff like that, and I don't know what else, but what I don't think a lot of people who don't know me realize is that I grew up in a family with literally no money. I mean, like 4-figure income a year in a house where the heating didn't work properly and my bedroom window was broken for most of my teen years and my clothes were cheap or defective or secondhand, and we even had to get some woman to make my school uniform out of her kitchen. And you know, I mean, I was working from the age of 14. I had 2 jobs while I was at sixth form. Like, I never had anything handed to me, and it was always a struggle. And, like, my mum would sit there crying about money one night, and then the next be watching programs like How Clean Is Your House and saying, well, at least we don't live like that. While statements like that kind of used to annoy me a little bit at the time because I felt like she was being judgmental, I also kind of see where she was coming from. Trying to make herself feel better and trying to be like, look, at least I provide a non-bacteria-filled home for my kids. I mean, like, it wasn't a home in great condition, and my parents smoking in the house made it smell and feel dirty constantly, and I was constantly ill because of it. But she was looking for those small victories where she could, probably to compensate for the insecurity she felt in other areas. So yeah, that's something to consider. Because I actually think a lot of people who watch this kind of TV probably had that mindset, and I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I think it's a bad habit I picked up definitely from my mum, of like kind of overcompensating from insecurities by putting down other people and like trying to make myself feel better by saying, oh, at least I'm not them. That was a really bad habit I picked up from her, and now I'm working a lot in therapy to try and like stop that and not do that. But like, I think maybe a lot of people were in the same position in the early 2000s, and they would watch this kind of TV with that attitude too. And I guess the question is, like, did the TV cause that attitude, or was the TV so popular and successful because people already had that attitude? If you look at the opening shots of How Clean Is Your House, you know, the shots of the houses and them being like dirty and filthy, and the dramatic music and the shocked squeals from Kim and Aggie, like, I can absolutely see how that would be considered offensive by today's standards. But this is kind of where my background in marketing comes into play, because I understand why they did it. Like, all consumers need an emotional hook before they pay attention to your product or service, or in this case, TV show. The opening of these episodes had to be shocking and emotive in order to get the viewer's attention. And then once you've grabbed their attention, you can then proceed to educate them and, you know, make a kind of good quality program, essentially, if you can call How Clean Is Your House that. But how far is too far? How do you find that balance between getting enough attention to make people keep watching and keep getting funding for your show and just being exploitative? How do you shock the audience without exploiting your participants? It's a really, really difficult question to answer, and it's one that I have to ask myself all the time in regards to my own content, and I don't have a solid answer for what's okay and what isn't. It's incredibly, incredibly difficult. So yeah, they're just some of my thoughts on How Clean Is Your House. If you'd like me to cover more early 2000s TV like this, then please let me know down in the comments. I know I'd absolutely love to cover wife swap in a video, and maybe some specific episodes in particular, if I don't have too many copyright issues with this and that and using clips and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have any other ideas, please drop me a comment and let me know. And let me know what you thought of this video, and if you watched How Clean Is Your House back in the day as well. Also, before we end this, I do have new merch available, which I'm really, really, really excited about. I've not really like properly announced it in a video yet, but it's got some of my original paintings on, and I'm super, super proud of them, and I really, really, really love these. I think my favorite is the flamingo on the black hoodie. I love this so much. It is gorgeous and wonderful, and I love it. So if you'd like to check them out for yourself, then you can do. I'll have some like promo photos coming soon of me like wearing this stuff so you can see what it looks like on. But for now, these are just the basic images, and you can find them in my merch store if you would like. I'm very, very proud of these. I love these designs, and yeah, I'm just very happy with them. So yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more videos from me, and don't forget to like the video and leave a comment and share the video around if you liked it, because it all helps with engagement and getting more people to see my videos, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again really, really soon.